Hello and welcome to a tour of my second Animal Crossing island. A very abandoned island, and I mean that in the literal sense that I just have not touched this island in a very long time, not in like the cool aesthetic sense. I think the last time I did any work on this island was not long after I had uploaded my previous tour video of my main island, because I started flattening my main island and I just like got the itch to do certain things, so like I came over here for a little bit and did some decorating, but then I got really stuck in with my main island and left this place to rot. So the island is called Dagashi, which are inexpensive candies, mainly catering towards children in Japan. And it has, well, it's supposed to have a Japanese theme with a bathhouse and a Dagashi shop, but lots of empty areas. I just kind of wanted to show what's here so far, because with the update and the DLC, this place has so much more potential. And yeah, so first of all, this is me, Sammy from Spoonies, because this island exists on a Switch Lite, so I can't record from it. I have to visit it as a guest and then do the tour this way. So I have a cool entrance, very loud. Waterfalls are so loud. I think a lot of stuff that is kind of finished still could use some little touches, like something in these pools maybe, but a nice grand entranceway. And then come over this way. All down here is mostly empty, but we have this cute little like interactive dig site area for people that visit the museum. They can come here, learn about fossils, and dig up some examples. And of course, just a small museum plaza. Hello, Ken. Then we have the main plaza. Hello, Kix. Which leads us across to our first house. So this house belongs to the lovely Catherine. She is the Tourism Bureau Director, I suppose, of Dagashi. If you're coming here for a vacation, you want to stop by her office. There's some souvenirs for your trip over here in the corner. And you can sit with Catherine over a cup of tea and plan your vacation here in Dagashi. You can see we have some autographs on the wall for famous visitors of the past. So just a cute little office area. Catherine's very girly. She loves the colour pink, so she likes to add that where she can. And if you sneak around this bookcase, you can go into Catherine's personal quarters, which I tried to kind of replicate tiny like Japanese apartments in here. It's just a little one room. I don't know, would this even be a 1DK in Japanese living? I think it's just a DK. So we have her tiny kitchen area here, just one stovetop and the sink. She has her all-important rice cooker, of course. Little closet space. Of course, the compact sleeping area and a desk, which I think she uses more as a dressing table more than anything else. And then her little living room area is really nice and cozy. I feel like I did a good job of replicating the sort of like little Tokyo apartments that you see, but we'll just ignore that she doesn't have a bathroom. She uses the bathhouse, it's fine. So all the residents here do have like little personalities and backstories that I gave them. Catherine is the only foreigner here on Dagashi. She's a polyglot, she speaks German. I believe she was from America in my canon for her, and she settled here on Dagashi because she wanted to work somewhere exciting and be in the sort of tourism industry. So thank you, Catherine. So one major sort of theme along this island that I wanted was that towards the left would be more developed and I suppose more city-like, perhaps. And then the more you travel to the right, the more rural it would become. That's why we have like paving here and such. And I did make a start on a small neighborhood sort of area with these kind of like paved gardens. These two are neighbors. I forget her English name, but it's Chitose in Japanese. And I believe this may be Ken's house. So yeah, I tried to have like these kinds of houses and then more straw-filled ones, I suppose, to the right. But I think I literally only kind of placed 3. And then just behind here is a cute little street area that I really like. Below here is the last thing I worked on. Hello. Which was this festival area. Now, one huge problem I had when trying to make this island was that I was running out of pattern space really quickly. And thankfully there has since been an update that gave us way more pattern space, so that opens up so much more opportunity. Because like you can see I used a lot on these festival stalls, which I love. We have like some fried squid here. There's a yakisoba and a takoyaki stand. I really wanted to capture like the summer festival Matsuri sort of atmosphere here. But I didn't get very far. Which is a common theme you will find here. Still great potential though, and I think with the DLC bringing more, particularly more Japanese items back into the game, I can really make this pop. And then down here was just like the start of a fish market, I suppose. So if we go along here, we cross the river into what would be more of the rural side of the island. You can see everyone's still just kind of living on the beach. But yeah, very empty. There's not much to show over here. I just kind of have this going on, some storage, but the start of this area is the Dagashi Shop. So it's going to be like a whole area, this kind of like candy toy store where people would go and hang out like after school. And again, wanted to capture some like festival sort of vibes with a stall selling toys and masks outside. This was my make-do for a gachapon machine. Thankfully it's coming back, but yeah, in the meantime, just a pattern on some record boxes. If we go inside, we will meet the shop owner. Here we have Granny. She runs the Dagashi store, and this is one of my favorite just little houses here on this island. Come in and there's like some arts and crafts you can do here with some materials that Granny donated. We have just a very bustling shop. This is Granny's little seating area. She listens to the radio, does her crossword puzzles. And yeah, I just wanted to fill this place with toys, and then hopefully, as you can see from this like milky pattern, to have like a bunch of like candy designs, because right now there's a lot of toys, and Dagashi, you know, there's a lot of emphasis on the candy aspect, so hopefully I can bring more of that to this place. But rural Dagashi stores are usually just packed, jam-packed, full of candy, magazines, little toys, and so I just wanted to have that clutter everywhere as much as I can. And there's even a net and a bug case in the back in case you want to go bug catching. And in the back here is Granny's little living quarters. She has a nice, like, small traditional style with her futon and her walking stick. Sometimes, you know, the bones ache. You need a little bit of aid. It's fine. I have a rocking chair with her kettle, her humidifier over here, and her tea. And also a small area for sewing and repairs. Just nice and cozy. It definitely has that like grandma aura, I feel, especially with these like tapestries. So, like I said, everyone kind of has a story and a reason for being here on this island. For Granny, I think she would kind of like, you know, she retired, her kids wanted to put her in a retirement home, and she was just like, no way, I still have lots to give. And so she saw the island escape package and a little island called Dagashi, and she was like, that's it, that's my calling, to go there and bring the Dagashi to Dagashi. So thank you, Granny. You make all the young residents very happy, I'm sure. So, moving on from Granny's area, and I just have some like storage things growing over here. Tiny little hidden shrine there. And this like kind of quarter was supposed to be the most rural of all, so that's why I have the camp here. I'm not sure who's visiting today. Should we look? Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, Audie! She's come to visit from Spoonies! How cute! So we have the start of the camp area here, and then we go towards a farming kind of zone. A little water pitcher here. Again, everything is just kind of there, but not quite finished. Obviously we have crops coming now, and so I could make this look so much better. The idea, I guess, eventually is to have it look like a rice farm, whereas now it's just kind of mixed. And then we go up here to another villager house. This is Tanbo. Hi Tanbo. He's busy working, it seems. Tanbo's story and why he came to Dagashi is that he was always bullied at school, never really excelled academically, but he was wonderful and creative, particularly with bamboo. And so he was actually invited, he was scouted and invited by the manager owner Kyo to come here and build furniture for the grand bathhouse, and he relished in the opportunity to come here. So out here is supposed to be kind of like his workshop area, and then we just got a little bit of junk. He's a bit of a hoarder because, you know, he believes everything is materials, everything has potential. But we'll take a little peek inside his house. Oh no, he has roaches. Yeah, so Tanbo kind of, I don't want to say scruffy, it sounds negative, but he is just vibing. He has what he has. He takes what he takes. You can see just some more like workshopping area. Here is where he sits down, doodles and writes up some inspiration from some old books that he's had passed down in his family. Some kitchen utilities over here. An ant farm on top of his fridge, and a nice little tatami bed with his cooking earthware and hearth over here. I think it suits his character very well. It may not be to everyone's taste, but he's comfortable. He has all he needs to survive, so he's fine with it. And therefore we should be too. Now, if we leave Tanbo's house towards the left, I'm not really sure what the plan for this area was, but it leads down into the small sort of shopping district. Cute little seating area, we have nooks going on. One thing I definitely wanted to do on this island somewhere was one of the infamous Japanese bug vending machines, and to have like I guess just like an area dedicated to like insect catching, collecting, that sort of thing that like children do during the summer holidays. We also have Abel's, and then this bridge leads us back down towards Catherine's house. But if we go this way, first of all, we have the hidden shrine. You go through this little corridor maze over here to a small shrine area, which is really nice and peaceful. And we carry on. We see the entrance of the bathhouse, but before we go in there, we'll go take a look at the outdoor baths. Come here, grab your towels, or if you've been in the baths, you could come here. I like to think this is where you could get milk. Take a little rest after you've been in the hot baths. And up here, there's your changing room here. Go over. This is like the deluxe private bath with a waterfall. Get some hot coals, I suppose. Heat up your bath even more. Or cool down with some seawater. We have two deluxe open air baths on this rock here. And also these kettle baths where you can get really, really hot. These are down on the beach. And finally, we will visit the main house. This is Kyo's house, and it's the bathhouse. We come into the reception area. Kyo is here, ready to book you in for the day. Have a small area down here for relaxing with tea. Some fresh tea leaves. Just taking a little view scan here. We have a kimono on display. Can come here and play some checkers. And of course, I hope you don't mind me taking a look back here, Kyo. We have some private quarters where Kyo lives. A little mini office space here. A futon. A little fireplace for keeping nice and warm. So Kyo's reason for coming on the Nook Desert Island escape plan is that she's in her early 30s and she's never married. She was working in an office in Tokyo and feeling very pressured from society, from her family, to, you know, get married, have children, and she realized, I don't want any of that. I'm not happy. So she went to the Nook Desert Island Exchange, saw this island, and decided, this is where I'm going to live my life. I'm going to build a fabulous bathhouse and live in peace. So we go over here to this room. Another kind of reception room area. I suppose you'd come here after your bath. Come here to like cool down, have a snack, drink some milk, have a cup of tea. There's a variety of kimono and robes that you can rent. Of course, sit here with the fan if perhaps your bath has been too warm. I love the color scheme of this room. These blues are really, really nice. And of course, the main bathhouse. It has more of a feeling of the kind of like public bath, sort of like with the tiles and such in here. Have a little shower so you can get washed before you go in. I did the trick with the cloud flooring to try and make it look steamy in here. And then these like masks and hats, I guess are supposed to look like people relaxing in the tubs. There's a lot more bathhouse kind of applicable items coming through the DLC and the updates, so I can really add some nice touches to this room once they do. But yay, nice and cozy. I suppose usually in this kind of bathhouse it would just be one large bath that people share, but the singular baths here might be kind of awkward to sit in a bath just directly opposite a stranger staring at them. But I don't know, maybe that's how you relax. I'm not here to judge. Now, the one room that's not complete, I suppose, in here is the basement. I just kind of have, you'll see, this like cherry blossom room going on, because I couldn't decide between having a garden room down here, or trying to make it into a kabuki theatre. I think there's going to be more items in the update to really make a kabuki theatre plausible. But in the meantime, I guess a big scary bug picnic is what's going on down here. But it's very pretty, and the lighting is very nice. And upstairs, the final room is the deluxe suite with private bath. Has some herbs in this bathtub. Some little privacy screens for you. It's really cozy, really pretty in here. Let's squeeze around this table, excuse me. Which is nice and traditional. A real cool place if you're a tourist, I believe, to come and stay, take a bath, wash away, bathe away all those worries, and then sleep on a nice traditional tatami bed. So that's all for my unfinished island of Dagashi. I believe I checked and I've put maybe 460 hours into this island, but I'm not quite sure. And yeah, there's a lot to do still. The DLC, the updates, they're all gonna add so many more possibilities, so many like amazing finishing touches I couldn't quite get to this place beforehand that I'm excited to be able to do. But I first need to, play the DLC over on my main island, so when I return to Dagashi, I do not know. But I'd love to come back maybe like this time next year and see if anything has changed. That would be nice. I'd love to do a lot more terraforming here also. I don't think the terraforming of the island is very interesting. There's a lot of flat areas, so I imagine this map may look very different next time, but until then I will snooze here in the Dagashi Bathhouse. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again some other time. Bye!